At long last, they're finally ready to go. Finally gonna cut some wheat. I know we forgot something. We always forget something. Boys, some good looking wheat. Everybody want to introduce you to Carter. He's gonna be my professional grain buggy operator this year. Carter's first unloading of the go for the year. You feel pretty comfortable dumping it yourself now?
Yeah.
I gotta love the confidence. I remember when I was 12 years old, I thought I could do everything, and the only thing holding me back was my dad.
Okay, this is the fun part.
I thought before the rain about 85 bushels, after the rain maybe 80 bushels, so let's see what it's yielding. Over 100 bushels an acre. I cannot freaking believe it.
Well, boys and girls, welcome to wheat harvest.
The only time you close it halfway down, Carter, is when you're topping off the trailer. That way you're not dumping so much at one time.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Oh, you did it great. You loaded it up just right.
Not like so. When I did it right here, it started filling up right here, so I had to go across, and that's when it started falling up a little bit. Woo! That is scary. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Alright. First load headed back to the bins. Let's see if we got everything right back here at the bin site. Moment of truth. Let's see what all I got wrong over here. Here's the two things I'm looking for. Making sure I got a steady flow going into the pit, and making sure my amps are staying below 35. If I got both of those, I'm pumping a steady flow of grain into the bins. I'll stand here, seeing that it's the first load. I'll watch my amp gauge for a couple of minutes, make sure it's all going right, and I'm gonna run over to the bins real quick, make sure it's all set up. Did I have the supervisor?
I can't do anything.
She's kind of standing around waiting on us.
Can't do anything.
All right, I'm gonna go check the bin now and make sure everything's right in there.
We're
Going in two. Going in the first big bin. As long as the spreader's running, I'm okay. Pop this door open. Spreader's running. Yeah, I can open up the flow a little bit more. I just want to make sure everything was coming in right. Everything looks good so far. Give it time before. Thank God we climbed up on top of them last week and got all them bird's nests out, because that's just a piece of one. First load's in the bin. Everything looks good. Let's go see if we can put about 55 more in.
All right, time for the first mat screw up of wheat harvest. Combine started running really hot, almost to the point of overheating. Got back here, looked, checked the radiator, and got a lot of straw and dust and dirt there on the radiator. And got to looking why. There's supposed to be a plug right there. Took the plug out last winter whenever we got the thing cleaned up, and apparently I forgot to put it back in. It's letting a lot of chaff and straw get up in there and block my radiator. Right now we're just gonna put some duct tape over it, blow the radiator out real good, and hopefully that'll keep things running a little bit cooler around here. First farm is done. Zach got the last few acres cut while I was getting the planter set. Yield monitor showing 94 bushels an acre. I ain't had a field average that high, and I had to go back and look at the records. It's been a while. It sure ain't been within the last 3, probably 4 years. Tell you what, it is hot. It is nasty outside. I don't much care for it. I know my beans and cotton and corn is loving it. Hopefully we got worked through our issues. Technician showed up, had to drive an hour here from Union City and an hour back, all to do a hard reset on the nav controller. Freaking electronics. But anyway, my auto steer should be working now. It's a shame something that simple I can't do myself here on the farm with what we got. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Now I got the radiator blowed out and got that hole plugged up, so we're gonna try and just ease across the road here with this big old header on and get started on the next one. I hate this tree over here to my left. I can't see nothing. Oh. We got a mailbox here. Should be able to clear it. Ah, yeah. Just barely. Anybody coming down the road, you just gonna have to wait.
Total was 58,220.
Zach, let me know what the total is on that farm whenever you get it figured out.
Give it to me one more time, Carter, number by number. 58220. 3105 bushels.
Say 3,100 bushels.
3105, right on the money.
Alright, my yield monitor was showing 3,150, so it's off by 45 bushels. Not bad. You're really not going to get it much closer than that. So about 93 bushels an acre is what the first farm done. Man, that's unfreaking real. Finally, I got something to smile about this year. This might be the only good crop we've got this year, but at least 1 out of the 4 looks like it's going to be a barn burner. If this holds true overall, the acreage looks like we'll have enough to fill our contracts, plus a little extra, and the price of wheat is even higher than what I had it contracted for. So we got a little chance of making a little bit of money on this wheat crop.
Yeah, you got to dump right on me, like whenever we come back right here.
Yeah, I'll turn around, we'll dump.
32 acres in the books. And this is my Bible during harvest. According to my numbers off of the scales, we got just over 3,100 bushels off of this first farm, and it's like 32.7 acres total, so round it up to 33. And we got a 94.1 average. I'd say that's some decent wheat. I was not expecting to see those kind of numbers off of this farm, like 82, 85 max is what I was expecting off of this farm. And this isn't even one of our best farms normally. So now that I see this, it's kind of got me anxious to see what the rest of it looks like. But anyways, we've got everything moved over. Matt's already running. I'm gonna go haul this truck off, and we're gonna stay after it.
Nope, not my fault you stayed up real late last night and didn't get sleep like I told you to.
I'm good. I'm just asking.
Meanwhile, Zach and I erupted in absolute laughter at you, Carter. Can we go home early? You already got jokes on day one.
Hey, Carter, you gonna turn your flashers off today? Not until my dad picks up arm on the combine.
Hear everything that's wrong with this generation, wanting to go home early on the first day of work. My goodness.
Wait, I missed that part of the conversation. I was video logging and turned off my radio. He has to go home early on day one?
Yep, I know he ain't got no hot date either.
No, she's on her way back from Gatlinburg, so we ruled that one out.
No, Zach, you missed it. He asked if we could go home early.
Before you know it, he'll be complaining about how bad his wrist hurts again.
You know what? I'm better at mom doing that. I did that so easy. So better than her. Oh, I did good. Did better than Dad, Zach. I did better than all of them. I'm already a pro at it. Ooh, is that broke down? What's going? Oh, he's outside. That's not good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit right here. I'm not gonna help him because I just don't want to bother him. I'm just gonna act like I'm doing something productive. Don't even wait back at me, okay? The best part.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the day. See all that dust hanging in the air? Means we got a temperature inversion and got some moisture starting to fall on the field. So this wheat's starting to get a little tough. We're down here in this real thick bottom. Over here in the shade, had to slow down quite a bit, and my losses have gone up some. You can see my graph right here. This is my rotor loss right here, and I made some tweaks to try and get it down, but loss is still climbing, so we're gonna have to shut down here before long. Yield's still holding up real strong. So far we've had a heck of a first day running. Had a few little snafus we had to work through today, but overall I couldn't be more pleased. Especially when you start thinking about these yields. We're getting across the ground a little slower than what we're used to, but because we got a lot more bushels running through the combine. When you got big wheat yields and a lot of straw like what we got now, if you push this hydrostat too far forward, you're going to throw some grain out the back and on the ground, and I don't get paid for that grain, so we just slow it up a little bit, try and put as much grain in the grain tank as possible, get as much profit off this crop as we can. We also got a little bit of lodged wheat down here in the bottom, which lodged wheat means wheat that storms, the wind, and heavy rain has blown flat on the ground. And we're going slow, trying to make sure we scoop up as much of that as we can. As you can tell, it didn't take long to get this sucker dirty. The way that sun's shining, I can't hardly see out of the windshield here. Carter's had a heck of a first day too. He's been keeping the grain hauled away, been loaded all in the truck himself, which is something we haven't let him do before, just because not only do you have to dump all the grain in the truck without spilling any and try and get the truck loaded as much as you can, he's also got to keep track of all the weights of what's loaded on the truck so we know how many bushels comes off of each farm. We keep it as accurate as 1/3 of a bushel, and this is what we determine how much we pay our landlords and stuff. So it's a pretty important job, and there's no room for any daydreaming or slacking off or anything like that. He's done really, really good today, though. I've been real proud of him. Just keep it right there. Well, this is it for today. In reality, we should have quit, about 30 minutes ago. It is, straw's really gotten damp. I want to choke up my cutter bar. Overall, we got about 61, 62 acres done today. That's a heck of a day though, especially considering the first day, and had a few little issues, minor issues to work through. Got Kelly going on the planter, getting some double crop beans planted right behind me. Get those in the ground as soon as possible so they can start growing. Well, Carter, you ready to call it a day?
Only if we get pizza tonight.
Do what?
Only if we go get pizza tonight.
You drive and go get it, I'll pay for it.
Yeah, I would, but y'all wouldn't let me.
I ain't got a problem with it. The cops might have a problem with it though.
Yeah, we need to go get pizza.
Alright, go on ahead and dump it, and you carry the tractor into the shop. I'm gonna carry the combine in and get started blowing it off.
Wait, are you blowing off the combine? And I quit, because I gotta go home and use number 2.
Well, if you wanted to be a good son and volunteer and blow off the combine, I wouldn't argue with you.
My stomach's hurting, so I think that's gonna be a no-go.
I'll let you do it tomorrow night then. I know you desperately want to.
You're funny.
Alright, I'm about to do everybody's most favorite job. Blow off the combine at the end of the day. I do it tonight because I don't want to be itchy all day tomorrow, so we're going to get it done here at the end of the day today. And we do this because you see all that chaff and dust and everything built up on the machine. You know, all that stuff is a fire hazard, so I mean it's gonna get dusty, it's gonna get dirty and stuff on there, but if you blow it off at the end of the day, it helps minimize how much that stuff accumulates, and it does lower your risk of fire by some. Because I mean, no telling how many moving parts is on this machine, bearings and stuff, and all it takes is for one bearing to go down and it get hot, start throwing some sparks, and you got a $150,000 combine right there that poof, goes up in smoke. We definitely don't want that. We almost lost the combine last fall. I'd like to keep it around a little while, so this is just some of the stuff we do to take care of it. Zach just got the truck unloaded. Well, I'm ready for a shower, ready for supper. Guess that's gonna call it a day. For once, I can go home, go to bed with a smile on my face. Got several more days to go before we get this big wheat crop in. We'll hit it back hard again tomorrow.